Hello my dear students, good morning to all. In previous class we have studied, do you remember? Okay, means that circle, radius, diameter, all that things. Now today we have studied points, line segment, line and ray. Four different types of things. We have studied point first of all, after that line segment, line and ray. Point means like this small dot. This is called a point. If we are giving their name, for example here A, we can say that it is represented, this point is represented by letter, capital letter A. Always you have to give capital letter only. So we can say that point A. Okay. Line segment means for making line segment at least we need 2 points. If you have, for example here X and here Y. Now by taking scale or ruler, if we are drawing this line like this, then this is called a line segment. This is point. This one is called a line segment. For making, if 2 points were given, then only one line segment can be drawn. Keep in mind. If 2 points are given, then only how many line segment can be drawn? Only one line segment can be drawn. If 1 point is given, then from that 1 point we can draw their line, many lines, rays, but line segment. For making line segment, at least we need 2 points. Keep in mind. And now line means like line is the part of line segment only. Here also for it is a part of line segment only. For example here given P and here Q, point P and Q. Suppose we are joining this P and Q. Now we got here line segment. But if we are extending this both in both direction, now I am extending this line segment in from both direction. Now you here dono side on both side to arrow also there. So this is called what? This is now this line segment PQ. This is called PQ line. PQ is called what? Line. Why line? Because on both side arrow is present. Both side arrow is important. If only one side is arrow and another side there is no arrow, then we can't say that is what? Line. Or it's you have just only one little things you have to keep in mind. In line segment there is no arrow, but in line both sides arrow. Now ray, last one is ray means what? Ray is also the part of line only. Line segment. This is line segment. Okay, I took here C, point C and point D. Okay. Now I am extending this line segment in only in one direction. In only one direction, any one direction. Now, only one arrow is present in this line segment from CD line segment is extended in one direction and arrow is present. That's why this is called CD is called what? Ray. CD is called what? Ray. So understood? Dot, simple dot is called point. If 2 points are given, if we are drawing straight line should be straight. That is called line segment. And if in both sides arrow is present, 2 arrows, then it is called line. And if only one arrow is present, then that is called what? Ray. Understood? So these are the. Now we will study that one. This is point. If you want to write, okay. This is called point. Line segment. Line segment. This is line. And last one is what? Ray. Now look. An impression point means what? Point means what? An impression made. An impression by sharp tip of a pencil represented a point. Sharp tip of a pencil, जैसा pencil या pen या chalk ऐसा. This is called just point. Understood? A point determines a location. It is usually represented by capital letter. Point is always represented by which letter? Always you have to take capital letter only. Keep in mind. The corner of the page of your notebook is an example of a point. The corner of this is called corner. Corner 1, 2, 3, 4 we are getting. The corner of the page of your notebook or textbook is an example of what? Point. A line. Now understood that one? Many things we are getting point. Here also point in blackboard, that point here 4 points are getting. Now line segment means what? A line segment corresponds to the shortest distance. This is the shortest distance. We can measure the length of this line segment by using ruler. Ruler means scale. It is the shortest distance between 2 points. Understood? Line segment means a line segment is the shortest distance between the given 2 points. It has two end point and a definite length. It has this starting point, this one is end point. We are taking this one starting and this one is end. So you can read line segment has xy we can read that one line segment. This is symbol of line segment, or yx. In any way you can read that one, like xy line segment or line segment yx. A line segment it has two end point. A line segment corresponds to the shortest distance between any 2 points. After that, it has two end point and a definite length. We can measure it by using ruler or scale. Understood? We name a line segment using its two end point. For example, the line segment joining here x and y. The line segment joining point x and y is denoted by xy. Is denoted by xy. We can also name this as line segment yx also we can say. Understood? So xy and yx are not different but they are the same. Line segment xy and line segment yx denote the same line segment. This is about line segment. Now next one, examples of line segment, many examples. For example, side of a square, side of a rectangle, side of a rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium, many things are there. Cube, cuboid. Sides of a square and a rectangle, edges of a cube and a cuboid are example of what? Line segment. Now a line segment, a line is, now line is what? Next one, this is a line is the part of line segment only. A line is obtained when a line segment like PQ is extended in both the direction. A line is obtained when a line segment PQ is extended on both sides infinitely. Means this one here not end. Yes, in long distances. Here also in both direction it goes endlessly. जिसका end नहीं होगा. Arrow दिया मतलब ये जा रहा है सीधा. उसका end नहीं है. Is extended मतलब क्या होता है? बढ़ाना. On both sides infinitely. It is denoted by like line segment PQ. Means this is PQ. We can write symbolically, but on both sides arrow should be there. Line segment PQ. Or line segment QP also. Or sometimes they may write simple small letter L, or we can say line segment L also, small letter sometimes. Okay, understood? An axis of the earth is an example of a line. An axis of the earth is an example of a line. Now, if suppose one point is given, how many lines we can draw from one single given point? If one single given point is given, if only one point is given, then from this one point we can draw how many lines we can draw? Many, infinite. Like this. Many line segment can be drawn like this. So from single given point we can draw many lines, infinite plus many. But if 2 points were given, then only one line segment can be drawn. That also you have to keep in mind. However, exactly one line passes through two given different points. That already I explained that one. So understood this one? Point, line segment, line and trace. So these are the. Now next we will study parallel and intersecting line. Parallel and intersecting line. Parallel and intersecting line. Again, here two types of lines are there. First one is called parallel and second one is called intersecting lines. Now parallel means what? For example, if you have seen that one blackboard, that upper line, or that one we can say that one, and lower line. These are the example of parallel. In this scale also, this rectangle, this scale is in the shape of rectangle. Here, this side longer side and this down one side. Both lines are parallel to each other. Or example of parallel line, you may have seen that railway track where the train runs on that railway track. That is also an example of parallel lines. Any two lines in a plane either intersect. Any two lines in a plane either intersect or parallel to each other. Any two lines in a plane either intersect at one point or parallel. Two distinct lines. Parallel means this is such type of lines are called straight lines. Parallel lines. I will show you how. It may be horizontal or it may be parallel line vertical. A, B, C, D. This line AB and line CD are called what? Parallel lines. Understood? It is. It may be horizontal. We can draw in the same way vertical also. Okay. Two distinct lines meeting at a point. If suppose two lines, this is one line and this one is second line. Now here this line L and line M, both are intersecting, both are cutting each other. So at one point we are getting this point. This point is called point of intersection also. Point of intersection or intersecting polygons. When two lines cross each other or meet each other, then such type of lines are called what? Intersecting line. For example, in your alphabeticals we have X letter. This is an example of intersecting line. Scissor. Many examples are there. So two distinct lines meeting at a point are called intersecting line. The letter X is an example of a pair of intersecting line. But two lines should be there in intersecting as well as in parallel line. The letter X is an example of a pair of intersecting line. Two lines in a plane are said to be parallel if they do not meet. Two lines are said to be in a plane are said to be parallel if they do not meet. यहाँ दोनों लाइन मीट नहीं हो रहे, लेकिन यहाँ पर दोनों लाइन एक दूसरे को मीट हो रही है यहाँ पर. तो वो जो मीट होते हैं उसको बोलेंगे हम इंटरसेक्टिंग लाइन. जो मीट नहीं होते प्लेन में तो उसको कहेंगे हम पैरेलल लाइन. Two lines in a plane are said to be parallel if they do not meet. Now line through opposite edges of the page of your notebook. Opposite for this is textbook or notebook, textbook. This side and this side are called parallel, and this side and this side are both sides are called this also parallel. But this side horizontal and this vertical, if they cross each other, then we are getting what? Intersecting line. For example, you have drawn that graph, bar graph. Bar graph we have drawn like this x-axis and this one is y-axis. This is x-axis and this one is what? Y-axis. Both lines are intersecting each other. So this is also an example of what? Intersecting line. Line through opposite edges of the page of your notebook, blackboard, door are example of parallel lines. If line L is parallel to line M, suppose line L is parallel to line M. Line here given line L is parallel to line M. If it is written in word, what is here? Line L is parallel to line M. So how to write that one? This is line L parallel. This is the symbol of parallel. EL. You have to write up EL to line M. Means line L is parallel to line M. In this way also we can write. If it is here like this in word, we can write in this way also. Understood? Now, again two types of line are there. Now, collinear and non-collinear points. What means collinear means what? And non-collinear means what? What is the difference between that? Collinear means if two or more than 2 points lie on the same line. For example, here in line L, point A, point B, and point C. These 3 points lie on the line L. So that's why this point A, point B, and point C are called what? Collinear point. Collinear points. Those points which lie on the line are called collinear point. For example, here now point X, point Y, and point Z. Point X and Z lie on the line L, but point Y is going outside. So with such type of points, we can say that these points are non-collinear. Those points which do not lie on the line are called what? Non-collinear point. Simple definition. Collinear points mean those points which lie on the line are called collinear point, and those points which do not lie on the line are called what? Non-collinear points. So understood the difference in between that one. Now which symbol is one? This is called what? Ray. Only one side. Only one side arrow is given. So ray AB. How to read ray AB? Ray BAB you are reading that from. You have to read always ray AB. So symbolically it can be represented like this. So ray AB. Starting point is A. Understood? So we can say that one ray AB. If a ray is a portion of line only. If we are reading this one only, then it can be said that it is what? Line segment. If we are putting arrow on both sides, then it will be line. Now a ray, what do we mean by ray? A ray is a portion of line starting at a point, starting from point A and going in one direction endlessly. And a ray is a portion of line starting from point A and it is going endlessly. इसका end नहीं, बहुत दूर तक जा रहा है. Ray. So understood? Ray AB. Now ray AB I have written here, and next one is ray. Now look at ray AB is going on that side, means right side, and ray BA is coming on this left side. So here ray AB and ray BA are not same. Here we can write ray BA, ray B. Now this ray AB and ray BA are not what? Same. Are not same. But they are opposite rays. Now ray AB is going that side, right side, and ray BA is coming on the left side. So that's why ray AB and ray BA are not same. Because why they are not same? Because the starting point of ray AB is A and the starting point of ray BA is B. So that is why they are not same rays, but they are opposite rays. Keep in mind, if you are thinking ray AB and ray BA are same, that is wrong. Why? Reason I have given. Ray AB is going on right side and ray BA is coming on the left side. And another difference, starting point of ray AB is A and starting point of ray BA is B. So that's why they are called opposite rays. Understood? Another thing. A ray is also called half line. If you are coming from this side, it will complete line, you can say that one. So from this side I cut it down. So a ray is also called half. A ray is also called half line. Understood? So these are the explanation I have given that one. I hope that you have understood this one. Now let us practice 8.1. First, total 10 examples are fill in the blanks are given. So one by one we have to study all that 10 examples. Means fill in the blanks. First one is A dash determines the location. If A dash determines the location means what? If simple dot is given, that this dot is called what? point. A point determines a location. Point. So write here point. P-O-I-N-T. A point determines a location. Now second one, a dash corresponds to the shortest distance between 2 points. If 2 points will be given there, then what we can draw there? From that 2 given point, only one line segment can be drawn. That means a dash corresponds to the shortest distance. Then what it is called among that point, line segment, trace, which it will come here. A dash corresponds to the shortest distance. Shortest distance means we will get the line segment only. So a line segment corresponds or determines to the shortest distance between 2 points. Third, fill in the blanks. A dash is obtained when a line segment is extended on both sides indefinitely. If we are extending line segment, any one line segment on both sides endlessly, then what we will get? That line segment will become, if both side arrow is present, that line segment only it will become what? Line. A dash is obtained means a line is obtained. A line is obtained when a line segment is extended on both sides indefinitely means infinitely means in long distances. Okay, now next. Dash line or lines can be drawn through 2 given different points. If 2 different points will be given, then how many lines can be drawn from that 2 given points? Only one. A dash line can be drawn through 2 given different points. Only one line can be drawn. So right here only what? One line can be drawn. Next, fifth one, any 2 different lines in a plane are either dash or dash. For example, this line and this line, either parallel or either what? Intersecting. Plus sign or multiplication sign. Any 2 different lines in a plane are either parallel or what you have to say, or either intersecting, or either parallel. So write here spelling of parallel. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Parallel or intersecting. Parallel lines, or we can say that one intersecting lines. So understood this? 5 fill in the blanks. Again 5 fill in the blanks were like there. First of all, you note down this 5 fill in the blanks. Afterward, I will explain again 5 remaining 5. Now next remaining 6 again 5 fill in the blanks. Look at 6 example fill in the blanks. What it is given? 2 distinct lines. 2 distinct means different lines meeting at a point or a dash line. 2 distinct lines. For example, this line and this line, line L and line M. Already I explained this one. If 2 distinct lines meeting at a point, this point is called what? Then, for example, I put here point P. Now this point P is called what? Point of intersection. 2 distinct lines meeting at a point are called intersecting line. Are called what? Intersecting. I-N-T-R-A-C-C-T-I-N, intersecting line. Understood? Now next, line P parallel to line Q is written as line P parallel to, how it should be written? P parallel, this is symbol of parallel to a Q, like that. P parallel to Q. Understood? Line P parallel to line Q can be written symbolically P double line here you have put up and Q. Now 3 or more points are said to be dashed if all of them lie on the same line. If all the points lie on the same line, that such points are said to be what? 3 or more than 3 points are said to be dashed if all of them lie on the same line. Lie मतलब line पे ही रहना चाहिए. So क्या कहेंगे हम? Collinear points. Such points are called what? Collinear points. Understood? And next line, if 3 given points do not lie on the same line, they are said to be what? If 3 points do not lie on the same line, they are said to be what? Non-collinear. Non-collinear points. We can say that one. Understood? जो जितने भी पॉइंट है लाइन पे रहने से कोलिनियर, और जो पॉइंट उसमें से 3-4 पॉइंट में से 2-3 लाइन हो रहे हैं और बाकी की 2 लाइन नहीं हो रही, तो उस पॉइंट को कहेंगे हम यहाँ पर नॉन कोलिनियर पॉइंट्स. नाउ नेक्स्ट लास्ट वन, a dash is a portion of a line starting at a point and going in one direction endlessly. What it is called? A dash is a portion of line starting at a point. At one point it is starting and going endlessly in this way. So this is called what? It is called a dash is a portion of line. It is a portion of line also and starting at a point, one point from starting, it is starting from one point, okay, and going in one direction endlessly. This symbol is called what? Ray. It is called what? Ray. A ray is a portion of a line starting at a point and going in one direction endlessly. So understood this? All this can fill in the blanks. So note down this remaining part. So note down this one. Now today I explain from here, page number 311. Points, line, segment, line and ray. So these things you have to note down here. You have to write in your notebook. This will be homework for you. Just as it is, you have to write down. Okay. This one and this page also. Page number 312 up to half line. Area is also called half line. So from page number 311 and page number 312 up to half line. Already we have completed this. Let us practice 8.1. No need to write if you have written this one. So that things will be homework for you. Now I will explain again. We will study angles and its different types. Angles and its different types. Now we have to study an important topic. Now angle and its type. Angles are given there, and by looking at angle we have to identify which type of angles are also there. So different types of angles are there. So such diagrams were called what? Angle only here. Now what is an angle? An angle is made up of, for making one angle, at least we need two rays. How many rays we need to make one angle? For making one angle we need two rays. For example, in this diagram, OA and OB. These are the two rays, and both rays were starting from the point O. So point O is called the initial point of the ray for both the rays. For example, ray OA and ray OB. So these two rays makes an angle here. Understood? An angle is made up of two rays starting from a common end point. So this point O is the common point, we can say. Why common point? Because ray OA is starting from point O, as well as OB ray is also starting from point O only. So that's why this O is called common point for both the same rays. Common मतलब same point. ठीक है, दोनों रेस का पॉइंट कॉमन पॉइंट कौन सा है यहाँ पर? O. Two rays OA and so that's why here ray OA and OB makes an angle. So we can, this is the symbol of angle also. We can write it this way also. AOB. Vertex should come in middle. Vertex should come in where? You have to keep in mind in middle only. Angle AOB, or in short you can say that angle. What is the vertex of angle AOB? O. Or O we can say that, or if you want to say that one, angle BOA. In this way also we can write that BOA. In all the three angles we have written that O should come in middle. Means vertex should come in what? Middle. Understood? So there are three ways for writing, but we are generally taking first way only for writing the angles. Now, an angle lead to three division of a region. Any angle can be lead to three division. Why three division? Because now look at an angle leads to three different division of a region. On the angle, the interior of the angle and the exterior of the angle. On the angle, interior of the angle and the exterior of the angle. Now what we mean by interior, exterior on the, means those points which present inside the angle. Such points are called what? Interior points. For example, here point A and point B is inside the angle. We can say that take here in this angle. Okay? That's why this point A and B are called interior points. And some points are present on the angle. For example, point E and point F is present on the angle. यानी बिल्कुल एंगल पे है वो पॉइंट, इसलिए हम बोलेंगे पॉइंट E and point F are point on the angle. ठीक है, आपको पॉइंट E बाहर लग रहा है, इसका मतलब बाहर नहीं, ये पॉइंट है. पॉइंट E का नाम, ये पॉइंट का नाम E है, ये पॉइंट का नाम F है. इसलिए पॉइंट E and F are present on the angle. And next again third case, point C and point D present outside the angle. Those points which present outside the angle, such type of angles are called what? Such type of points are called what? Exterior point. So understood the difference in between interior on and exterior. इंटीरियर का मतलब जो पॉइंट एंगल के अंदर होते हैं वो पॉइंट कहा जाता है इंटीरियर पॉइंट. एक्सटीरियर मतलब बाहर के, जो पॉइंट कहा एंगल के बाहर है वैसे वाले पॉइंट को क्या कहेंगे हम यहाँ पर? एक्सटीरियर. EXTERIO, समझ में आया? एक्सटीरियर। और जो पॉइंट एंगल के होते हैं वो पॉइंट को कहा जाता है ऑन द एंगल। सो afterward you have to write down this all that things. Now we have to study measuring angle, means how to measure the given angle. If any angle is given, then how to measure. We can measure any angle by using geometrical instrument. This is called what? Protractor. With the help of protractor only we can measure how much degree the given angle is. Now look there, in this protractor, it is, what is the shape of this protractor? It is semicircular in region. Half semicircle means half circle, like that one. D, or otherwise English alphabetical letter D, we have to that one. Now here two scales are there. One scale is, here numbers are written 0, 10, 20, 30 like that up to 180. If we are starting from the this side, means left side. If you are starting from right side also 0, 10, 20, 30 up to 180. This line is called baseline of the protractor. So, and what is the halfway of 180? Half of 180 is 90 degree. Okay. So 90 degree also there. So two scales we have, inner scale and what? Outer scale. So by using any one scale we can measure the given angle. Okay. How many scales are given? Inside one scale and outside also one, means total two scales. So such type of angles. Now we have to measure this angle here. What is the name of the given angle here? Now I told how to read. There are three ways of writing the angle. How to read? Angle A, B, C, or angle B, or angle CBA. So angle ABC, how much degree? So we have to measure that one. So how to measure that one? Take this protractor and you have to keep this protractor on the base of angle BA. What is the base of angle? Base of angle ABC. BA is the base of the angle. So you have to keep this 90 degree, which exactly this one, half 90 degree arrow you have to keep on vertex. Now what is the vertex of angle ABC? The vertex of angle ABC is B, isn't it? Now you have to keep this 90 degree point on the vertex B, and you have to adjust this protractor that in such a way that the baseline of the protractor and the baseline of the given angle should be match each other like this. Okay. Now look at inner scale. From right to left we are coming, so you take inner scale. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now this arrow is on 70 degree. So measure of angle ABC equal to how much? 70 degree we are getting. So understood? So in this way you have to measure that one by keeping protractor, adjust that one. And now here some points are written there. Let us measure angle ABC using a protractor. First of all what we have to do? Place the center of the protractor on the vertex of angle ABC. Place the center of the protractor. This is the center of the protractor on the vertex of angle ABC. After that, we have to adjust this protractor. Okay. Second point is that what is here? Adjust the protractor so that the baseline falls along the arc B of angle ABC. Now third step, see that 0 of the inner scale is on arc AB. So that 0 of the inner scale in this 0 line of the inner scale is on the arc AB or not. If not there, then adjust that properly. Okay. Now fourth point, read the mark on the inner scale where the other arc BC of the angle crosses it. Now after keeping adjustment over all that thing, now read the inner scale up to the second raise where that one. It is on 70. Okay, understood? It is 70 degrees. So the measure of angle ABC equal to 70 degree. In this way you have to measure. Now next example also given. Now here what is the name of angle? DEF. According to later also you can take that one. DEF or angle ED or angle E. Now what is the vertex of angle DEF? The vertex of angle DEF is what? E. So place the center of the protractor on the vertex of angle DEF. After that you have to adjust so that baseline of the protractor and the baseline of the angle should coincide each other. Means fall on each other. After that, now you can measure that. If you are coming from right to left, always take inner scale. If you are coming from measuring any angle from left to right, if you are coming that one, then you have to take the outer scale. Okay, now look there. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. How many degree getting here? 120. So measure of angle. So measure of angle DEF, measure of angle DEF equal to how much degree? 120 degree. So some angles we are getting less than 90 degree, some angles we are getting here more than 90 degree. So this the measure of the angle whose is getting less than 90 degree, such type of angles are called acute angle also. And those measure which we are getting more than 90 degree, such type of angles are called obtuse angles. So angle ABC is an acute angle and angle DEF is an obtuse angle. So we will study that one, different types of angle also. So understood how to measure with your angle. Now we have to study comparison of angle. Comparison means how to compare. Three possibilities are there: greater than, less than, or equal to. If first angle is first angle value is 2, there should be two angles. Two angles value are given there. We have to compare that one. If first angle value is greater than second angle value, then we have to put this greater than sign. Okay. If first angle value is getting smaller than second given angle, then we have to put less than. If both angle value are same, then we have to put what? Equal to. In previous example, I have measure of angle something is given that one. Which one? We have studied the angle ABC 70 degree. Measure of angle ABC equal to 70 degree, and measure of angle second one what we have studied, DEF. Measure of angle DEF equal to 120 degree. Now we have to compare this two angle. Means angle ABC, what should be there? Then angle DEF. Okay, or otherwise 70 and here 70 degree, and here what? Here 120. Now 70 degree is getting what? Greater than, less than, or equal to? 70 is less than 120. So angle ABC is less than angle DEF. We can say that one. If two angles are given. Now look at in this diagram. What is the measure? At first here not given how many degree, how much degree angle ABC, but it is, we can identify it is, its measure is less than 90 degree. So angle ABC is an acute angle, but how much degree? So for measuring exactly, if we want to know the value of the given angle, so take the protector and place the center of the protector on the vertex of angle ABC. So vertex of angle ABC is D. So place there. Now measure that one. Second ray it is getting 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. But this ray is present in between 70 and 80. So 75 after 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So measure of angle ABC is 75 degree. Measure of angle here we can write as ABC equal to how much we got? 75 degree. Now in this, now we have to measure this angle, given angle. So the given angle is, angle name is DEF. Okay, DEF or ED or angle E. So the vertex of angle DEF is E. Place the center of the protector on the vertex E. Now measure that. Always take inside scale. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. Again this ray is present in between 70 and 80. So this is also 75 degree. 75 degree. Measure of angle DEF equal to what? 75 degree. Now we have to compare this one, these two angles. What we are getting here? Angle ABC value and angle DE value. What we are getting here? 75 both. So that's why angle ABC equal to angle, we can say that one, DEF. Why? Because both angle values we are getting here same, 75 degree. That's why angle ABC and angle DEF are what? Equal. So comparison means that only we have greater than, less than, or equal to 5. So understood this one? Now drawing an angle. Already we have completed that one. For example, draw an angle AOB equal to 70 degree. Then how to draw an angle? First of all, take scale. Draw here one ray like this. Ray. Okay, like this one ray you have to draw. Here, what is the vertex of angle AOB? Middle word AOB का बीच वाला लेटर कौन सा है? O. So write here O. Now here you can take A or B, no problem. Take here O. So AOB. Now B will come up. Now how much degree we want an angle? 70 degree. So take protector. Place the center of the protector on the vertex O like this. Now we want here 70 degree. So I do adjustment of this protractor so that the baseline of the protractor and the baseline of the given angle should fall on each other. Now how much degree we want? 70. So go take inner scale 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So here put there what? Point. Now this point and this point draw join this by using ruler or scale. So place right here then B. Over now angle AOP equal to how much degree? How much degree we have drawn here? 70 degree. Therefore measure of angle AOB equal to 70 degree. Understood? In this way we can draw. If measure is given there, we can draw the measure of angle. Any degree up to 180 degree we can draw angles. Now we have to study types of angle. There are different types of angle. This is an important topic. This one. Types of angles. Now by just looking the diagram we can identify, or by using protractor measure that angle, how much type of how many degree we are getting that one. By that also we can find. Now opening up the mouth of the opening of this angle is small only. Okay. Many examples of angles are there. For example, opening mouth of bird beak. In our body part also we are getting angle. These are okay. Now this angle. If we are measuring this angle, you may get there less than 90 degree. An angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees, such type of angle is called what? Acute angle. Acute angle means what? An angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees is called acute angle. Now, after measuring this angle, you may get here 90 degree. An angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree is called, this such type of angle is called what? Right angle. This is called what? Right angle. Right angle. Exactly means accurate 90 degree we are getting. Then only we can say that it is a right angle. Otherwise not. An angle whose measure is more than 90 degree is called what? Obtuse angle. This is obtuse angle. OB PUSE obtuse angle. What do you mean by obtuse angle? An angle whose measure is more than what? 90 degree is called obtuse angle. Next type of angle is this one is straight. Here to here. Straight angle. So this name of this angle is straight angle. An angle whose measure is exactly how many degree straight angle means? Exactly we want how many degree straight angle means 180 degree. An angle whose measure is exactly 180 degree is called straight angle. Now this angle, after measuring you may get more than up to here you are getting here what? 180 degree. But again this 180 plus something 20 or 30. 180 plus 30, 110 maybe. For example, 110 angle is called, this angle is more than 180 degree. That's why this angle is called reflex angle. Reflex, REFLEX. Reflex angle. Then what do you call reflex angle? An angle whose value is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Keep in mind. But less than 360 degree also. Such type of angles are called what? Reflex angle. And last one is this one. From here I have started and here I came. So complete round angle. So complete angle. This such type of angles are called what? Complete angle, or we can say that one whole angle. Complete angle, or otherwise another name is whole angle. पूरा राउंड ले रहे हैं, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक कोई पोजीशन में, यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, यहाँ पर ही फिर से मैं यहाँ पर ही आ गया, तो इसमें कंप्लीट राउंड हुआ, इसलिए इसको क्या बोलेंगे हम? होल एंगल, और अदरवाइज अनदर नेम इज होल एंगल और complete one round. That's why complete angle. So now यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक हाफ राउंड तक किए तो सेमी सर्कल की वैल्यू कितना होती है? प्रोटेक्टर 180, और इधर से फिर डाउन से उतना ही होता है 180. So 180 plus 180 360. Whole angle means an angle whose measure is exactly 360 degree is called whole angle. So these are the main 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of angle are there. So you have to buy this definition. Simple definition. Acute angle means an angle whose measure is less than 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree is called acute angle. Second one is an right angle. An angle whose measure is exactly 90 degree is called what? Right angle. Third one is
obtuse angle, an angle whose measure is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called obtuse angle. After that, obtuse angle, straight angle, an angle whose measure is exactly 180 degree is called straight angle. After that, straight angle, reflex angle, an angle whose measure is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called reflex angle. And last one is whole or complete angle, an angle whose measure is exactly 360 degree is called whole angle or otherwise complete angle. So understood? So note down this one also afterward. Now if you are comparing this angle, now that means right angle is always greater than acute angle. In the same way, obtuse angle is always greater than right angle as well as what? Acute angle. In the same way, if you are comparing straight angle and remaining this one, straight angle is greater than acute angle, right angle and obtuse angle. In the same way, reflex angle is greater than acute, right, obtuse and straight. And last one, whole or complete angle is greater than each and every angle. That means acute, right, obtuse, straight and reflex angle. So we can do comparison also. So again, two things are given: how to measure a reflex angle and how to draw a reflex angle. In next spread, I will explain that one: how to measure reflex angle or how to draw a reflex angle. I will explain this in next spread. So today's homework, I will again tell you. So open your textbook, page number 313. 313 angle and its 312 angle and its type. As it is, give top this heading and write this one. This page completely you have to draw. If you want to draw that protector, draw, otherwise let it be. This page completely you have to make. Draw, and in the comparison of angle, drawing angle and types of angle, this page also. Okay, this page no need, tomorrow I will explain that one. In the same way, point, line, segment, line and ray. Page number 311, complete. Page, this you have to write. Page number 312, 8.1 already I explained. Okay. After that, page number 313, as it is, you have to write that one. After 313, 314 also. Again, one time I will write on the blackboard, you will understand that, which things you have to write. At first, understood this 6 different types of angle. Again, one time I will tell. Acute angle means an angle whose value is less than 90 degrees is called acute angle. Right angle means an angle whose value is exactly 90 degrees is called right angle. Obtuse angle means an angle whose value is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degrees is called obtuse angle. Straight angle means an angle whose value is exactly 180 degrees is called straight angle. Reflex angle means an angle whose value is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degrees is called reflex angle. Whole angle or complete angle means an angle whose value is exactly 360 degrees is called whole or complete angle. So I hope that you have understood this one. Many times I told that definition also. Today's homework, page number 311, 312, 313 and 314. So 4 pages you have to write that one. Open that textbook, page number 300. First of all, 11. Again one time I will tell you. This points, line, segment, line and ray. This thing you have to write. After that, page number 312. From here to array is also called a half line up to here. 8.1 if you have not written, you have to complete this one. Already I have written on the blackboard. I explained. After that, give heading angle and its type. Page number 313 also. As it is, you have to draw. In place of this protector, if you want to draw, then you can draw, or otherwise draw at least angle. And page number 314. Everything you have to write that one. Understood? Tomorrow we will study how to draw reflex angle and how to measure, if reflex angle diagram is given, how to measure that one also. Okay. So note down this homework.